Morning. Well, it's about 9:15, and I thought I'd get this recorded and filmed and videoed and whatever it is that I do early doors. And time for a bit of philosophy, I think. Maybe quite a lot of philosophy. We'll see, because I'm going to ramble. Stick with it, it might get quite kind of interesting, who knows, I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to St James's at tea time, and I'm due to have a rather gruelling 9-hour operation tomorrow. When I had a consultation with the surgeon, he did, of course, mention that this surgery was not without its risks. There was a 95% survival rate, he told me. So just in case it's needed, it's down there, you know. I was born with a hole in my heart. It was a septal ventricular defect. It was basically a hole in the middle wall of my heart, which allowed oxygenated blood and non-oxygenated blood to mix quite freely. So basically, as a child, my body didn't work too well. When I was 5 years old, I had an operation to repair the hole at Killingbeck in Leeds, and in fact I was the second infant to have the operation and the first one to survive. The little girl that had the operation slightly before me, it was a new technique, and unfortunately she didn't survive, but I did. So, you know, I'm 60 years old now, and that means I've had 55 years of life that I may not otherwise have had. So, you know, amazing work from the NHS. I'm sure I will get amazing work from the NHS in the next few weeks and months too. But, you know, given those risks, I thought it might be just a kind of interesting to just kind of review things. Well, review where I am now, really, you know. Spike Milligan, I think, wanted to put on his gravestone, I told you I was ill, or I told you I was sick, maybe. And there is a joke, I think. I think it's a joke. I don't think it's an actual quote that somebody who wanted to put on their gravestone, I wish I'd have had more sex. Well, for me, I think on my gravestone, I just wish I'd have had in my life somebody who was my partner. Because in reality, you know, that's the one thing that's been missing from my life. I mean, I was married for 10 years, but it wasn't exactly a relationship in reality. And since then, there's been one or two people who, you know, I wish I had been my partner, but you know, circumstances weren't right. And so I get to the age of 60, and I'm very much a singleton. So that's kind of an interesting thing. But apart from that, you know, it's been really, you know, kind of an interesting journey so far, which thankfully I have filled with my love of music, and particularly kind of playing and creating music. I was lucky enough to play bass guitar on some tracks that it's about 8 years ago now, 8 or 9 years ago, that have been regularly used on television. And you know, if you watch daytime television, if I watch daytime television, you know, barely a week goes past without me hearing some of this music once or twice a week, particularly on antiques programs, that kind of thing. That was, you know, very much a highlight of my musical life. You know, it's great. I also strangely got to play bass guitar on some demo tracks where the singer was Skin from Skunky Nancy, and maybe I just might pause here just to play you a little bit of that track. Maybe I will. So listen.
But you will always hurt me, baby. I know sometimes my love's so blind to things that you do. Don't go thinking little tricks won't matter. Don't go thinking everything's okay. But ask me once and I'll stay forever. I will. Oh, I've got a weakness for you. All the time you put me down. I've got a weakness for you.
So yeah, basically I played bass guitar in a dingy bedroom in Leeds, and I believe Skin from Skunky Nancy recorded her vocals on in her studio in a house in Tenerife. But you know, that is the kind of zenith of my musical career, really, I guess. I always fancied making a video for that track. I've recently kind of got into making videos, and you know, thankfully the majority of the ones that I've done have been kind of music related. Videos for my rock choir, and videos for music, and videos of my two bands, and I would love to do more of that, but you know, time is short, isn't it? And you know, well, I have just released onto one of my YouTube channels a video of Samantha Fox live in Slovenia, where I did all the video editing and also the audio mixing as well, and you know, I think it came out okay, considering that the camera angles weren't particularly good when I got the video files in, and it was kind of like you know, having to chase Samantha around the stage to make sure she was in on every shot. Important, you know. I've really enjoyed getting into the technology of doing that. So yeah, maybe by the time you see this, I will already be on my way to St James's. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with my phone and iPad while I'm in the early days of being in hospital. The information that you get from the hospital, of course, warns against kind of bringing mobile phones in because they want to kind of reduce the risk, their risk of duty of care, you know, to personal belongings, which is completely understandable. I will kind of feel a bit lost in my lucid moments without it, I'm sure. But for the first 2 or 3 days after the operation, in fact 3 or 4 days after the operation, I will be in the high dependency unit with one-to-one nursing, and so whether there will be much opportunity to use a mobile phone or not, I have no idea. So I'll discuss that with my friend Diane, who's going to take me to St James's later on, and see what we can come up with. So yeah, that's kind of probably all I really want to say. I've well over 10 minutes, so it'll take an age to upload anyway, will this? And this will be the last vlog for the time being. The series after the chemo, the hashtag tackling my cancer hashtag has all been about kind of the build up to the operation, and the operation is coming, fingers crossed, provided, as I say, the surgeons are happy with the state of my chest, which I wish was better, but it's, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I probably will start doing them occasionally when I'm back home and around the equipment that I need to do them, but that will be some considerable time. But you know, I will be on Facebook, all being well. Well, I'll be on Facebook as soon as I'm able, really. So maybe I'll see you there. But until the next one, I will sign off and say I'll talk to you then. Bye!